do is open up my craft stash from a craft stash that we challenge that we're going to be doing. And my package came from Megan from the Crafty Quinn. And oh, hi Linda. And in the our challenge is going to be, hi Just Serve, hi Jitters. I'm terrible at names. You're gonna have to help me with that. So in the stash swap, we're going to have Megan, of course, from the Crafty Quinn, myself, Theresa from Theresa B DIYs, Melissa from Melissa Makes It DIY, Annie from Indie Annie Jones, and Cindy from That Crafting Lady. So, hi Melissa. All right, so this is my package. Let me see if I can tilt this down just a touch so you can see me opening this up. Let's see. I think I can cut across here. Okay. All right. So, all right. First thing is some buffalo ribbon. Oh, I wear these all the time. I usually take them off when I'm crafting. I have carpal tunnel, I have trigger finger, and I have tendonitis. So I have a lot of stuff going on. So, but I usually take these off when I'm doing my videos. Here is a tin, like a stove cover. There's only the small size. It got bent up a little bit during shipping, but I know I can pound that out really easy. Okay, then, oh, a wood heart. That's from Dollar Tree in the Crafter's Square. Oh, some organza. I got my package from Megan from the Crafty Quinn. So this is some organza. I don't know if I'd call it ribbon. I used to buy this a lot when I was doing a lot of my sewing. Hi Patty, how are you? All right. Oh, a garland of the little tiny pine cones. Hi Theresa. So it's all kind of messed up. I don't want to yank on it. I'll have to very, very carefully unravel it so I don't pop off any of these little pine cones. Hi Ron, that's my husband. Okay, then I got a Boo witch's hat from the Dollar Tree, and I can think of a lot of things I can do with this. Of course, it doesn't have to be anything to do with Halloween at all. So I got that. And then, oh, she got me this frame, and I'm not sure where it came from. It's a 5x7, so I'll have fun using that. Let's see. Oh, from the Dollar Tree, some black pom-poms. This is one I have not been able to find at the Dollar Tree near me, or when I was in Utah. I didn't see black. I don't know if it's because they were only out during Halloween time or not. So, but I have them. Okay, then a little mini palette, and then a larger palette. So got those. Oh, and a tray from the Dollar Tree. And I am redoing my coffee. Well, I'm trying to get things ready to redo my coffee bar, and I wanted to do a tray. And if this is the right size, I'm going to change it so it doesn't look like this and put it there. And then it looks like the last thing is, this looks like something she was going to use and then she didn't use or decided against it. It's Love Makes a House a Home. It looks like she was working at getting all this paper off, and then she decided not to use this. So I'm going to use it. All right. Hi, Zaylee. Hi, Elena. So that is something I will definitely be using. So that is my stash. So this is the stash, and this is all the creators. Now, if you go around and watch every single video and leave a comment, you will be entered into a $50 Amazon gift card giveaway. So don't forget, go around on to all of the videos and leave a comment, and then you will have a chance to win that $50 gift card. Okay, I'm going to first start with this plaque and some Jenga blocks. So what I'm going to first do is I'm going to put that tray and those blocks to the side, and I'm also going to use that very tall candlestick. It looks just like the ones from Dollar Tree, but it's a lot taller. I got a set of 2 of them for 99 cents from the thrift store. So here, as you can see, I am just lifting that paper up, and I just slide that little knife down, and it just takes it right off. And then I'm sanding any rough spots, and I'm using my little ladybug vacuum cleaner. I love that thing. I have it in my Amazon storefront, and you can find the link at the bottom or in the description box under my link tree. So after I got that all sanded, then I grabbed that tray, and I am using Mod Podge on the tray. Now I'm a Plaid ambassador, so down in my link tree you can find my link for the Mod Podge as well. So I'm using my heat gun to dry that, and I just keep it further away from it so it doesn't bubble up. And now I'm just putting the Mod Podge on the bottom. I could not get that label off, and since it was going to be on the bottom and it's getting painted, you're not going to be able to see it. And I just covered the candlestick with the Mod Podge as well. That helps the paint adhere to the glass. And then I took those Jenga blocks and I hooked them together. I put 6 and 6, 5 and 4. I just hooked them with hot glue end to end. And now I'm using the Waverly Antique wax, and I'm just putting it on, and then I am wiping it back off. And I just love the variation of the colors. Now I'm taking my chalk paint that I made, and if you are interested in the recipe, just ask in the comments and I will give it to you. So I'm just putting that all over the tray as well as that candlestick, and I'm going to put it on that board too. But first I'm going to put black on the bottom. You're not going to be able to see the bottom, so I'm just finishing it off. And now I'm putting my white. I end up putting 2 coats of each on there, and now I'm taking some burnt umber acrylic paint, and I'm just dry brushing it over the entire, the bottom, the candlestick, and I will the tray as well. And now I'm just gluing those Jenga blocks on so that it looks more like a little bit of a frame. Not that it is, but it kind of looks like it. And now I'm putting the dry brushing on the tray. That little spot, I got a little too heavy-handed, so I went back with some white and kind of made it look better. And then I'm putting Mod Podge over this because that will keep it from getting chipped. And now I'm taking these little blocks, wooden blocks from the Dollar Tree, As you can see, I put one on each corner and then a bunch in the middle, because that's where all the weight's going to be coming down, and I didn't want it to collapse. And I'm just painting the sides of them black so it will look cohesive if you see the underside or look under on the edge or whatever of this tray. And so once I'm done with that, then I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to grab my, after I dry it, of course, then I'll flip it over. Okay, now I'm going to grab, this is the super glue, the gel super glue from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to be using that and the hot glue, and I'm just going to attach it right there in the center, and then I'm going to do the same thing at the top. And this tray is done. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Okay, for DIY number 2, I've got this larger palette and that frame, and I am just scoring that right in the middle there. I want to pop it in half because I want to use both sides. I mean, I don't want it all in one piece. I want it in 2 pieces. That's more like it. So once I've scored it enough, I'm able to pop it in half, and I'm just going to use picking off some of the edges that were really rough, and then I sand it a little bit, and I end up sanding it some more. Now I'm taking that frame and I'm taking it apart, and I'm going to sit that off to, first I got to figure out, I'm trying to figure out exactly how I am going to hook it on, because it doesn't fit perfectly. But I figured it out. So once I get this all sanded, I'm going to grab my white chalk paint that I made, and I'm going to paint both parts of that palette. I'm not worrying about the bottom, because you're not going to be able to see it on both sides, because you just won't see it. So I'm going ahead and get those all painted up nice and pretty so that they are ready. Now, if you notice, that frame is white with a little bit of distressing, and these are white with a little bit of distressing, but I don't want them like that. So what I'm going to end up doing is grabbing my burnt umber, and I am dry brushing the burnt umber on the palette, and then I do it on the frame as well, and it ends up looking almost exactly alike, and that's kind of where I was going with it. I wanted it to match so it didn't look like a frame stuck with a palette stuck to it. I wanted it to look more like it was meant to be together. So once I get that finished and it's dry, then what I'm going to do while it's drying, I'm going to cut this paper. Now this is just white cardstock, and then I've got some green check, and I'm just cutting it because this is going to go behind, and I'm kind of trying to get an idea of how high up I wanted that to be. Now I made one of these and I hated it, and I put it off to the side, and you will see it a little bit because I'm going to use it to cut another piece of the cardstock. So here I am fiddling with this again, trying to figure out how I want to do it, and I finally figured it out. So I'm going to glue it on, and I ended up getting it, and I used some of that super glue too. So I'm holding that piece on. It wasn't sticking, so I put more hot glue on there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm cutting some craft sticks, and I'm putting it on the back for strength to kind of hold it together on the bottom there, so that it is a lot sturdier. And once I get that done, then I am going to grab the other piece and I'm going to glue it on as well. And like I said, I'm getting it all on there. I'm hooking it across that bottom. Now I'm going to glue the other part right in the front so that it kind of looks like a crate sitting in front of it. Now the sides are not closed, but that's okay because you'll see what I end up doing. I've got these, I got some more Jenga blocks, and I'm putting two together, two sets of two, and I'm putting them inside the, I'll be putting them inside to hold these little pots up. Now, these are some pots that I painted many years ago when I was in a craft boutique, and I was selling them as acorn, candy corn, and these are just leftovers. So I'm painting them white with my chalk paint, and it takes 2 coats to cover up that bright yellow and that orange. And then I cover these little Jenga blocks with white as well. I don't want them to show up really bright like, you know, the wood would. I want it to blend in, because it's going to sit behind that crate to hold up those little pots. So once I get those all done, like I said, I had putting on that second coat on there. Okay, now that those are all done and those are dry, I'm going to set them to the side just for a moment, and I'm going to head and I'm going to, this is the new piece of paper. That was the old one I'm using, and what I'm doing is I'm drawing around this and I'm making a new one, because that first one was a fail. I was using a stencil that I didn't like the way the letters looked, so I decided I'm just gonna freehand it. I don't think I have the best handwriting. I don't think I have the worst handwriting. This will show that it's mine, it's my work. Not that I wouldn't love to have a Cricut and be able to do it that way, but I can't right now, so I'm just writing carrots and then 5 cents. And this is kind of Ray Dunn inspired, because I can't draw exactly like her. Now I'm gluing in those little pieces of wood for the base, and I'm going to glue those little pots in place because I didn't want them moving. So then what I'm going to do is, after I get that all glued in, I am going to put the back together. So I'm just putting the wood and the sign, and I'm going to close it all in, and so that it, and I'm putting the back on, and I'm just closing it, and there's a little bit of a gap, so I go around it with my hot glue because I don't want it falling out. So I'm just going around, just securing that whole edge back there, just so that it is completely secure. And then what I'm going to do once I get that done, I grabbed those little carrots from the Dollar Tree. I only found one package. My Dollar Tree does not have that much Easter stuff, so I'm just going to stick those in there, and I hope you like that. And there you go. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really like it. I think it's just darn right cute as can be. Okay, now for DIY number 3. I took the burner cover, some cardstock, well, some scrapbooking paper, and some rope from the Dollar Tree, and a page from one of the calendars from the Dollar Tree as well. And I'm just hooking that all in there with just a glue stick, and then I'm Mod Podging the whole thing so that it won't lift up. And I'm just drying it with my heat gun. I keep it kind of away from it so that it doesn't bubble. Now I'm taking that rope and I'm just going to hot glue it all the way around the outside. I'm going to hide it. You will not be able to tell what this is when I'm done, because I do the outside, I do the inside, and then I do the top brim, and then I make a hook on the back side, or up on for it to hang up. Now, please don't forget to go down to the description box, check out all the links for all the ladies as well as the playlist, and please, if you would, subscribe to my channel. It helps me out. Give me a big thumbs up and hit that notification bell. If you hit it twice, you can decide if you want to get all my notifications. So here is that burner cover that doesn't look like a burner cover. So here it is all kind of together, the tray and everything. I really enjoyed making these items, and now I still have some of the items to use at another date. So I really hope you guys liked these and enjoyed what I was able to do with this stash swap. And you guys have a great day, and be the Bible somebody reads today. And God bless. Bye.